Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Opinion Machine, the show where we talk about all things gaming. My name is Killjoy, and as you can probably hear, I've got a bit of a sore throat, so apologies if I'm a bit croaky. Today we're going to be looking at the Game Awards, the 2019 nominees, my thoughts on all of this, as well as you're going to see, I've already voted, so we're going to go through it, category. I'm going to come back to Game of the Year. As you can see, I've already voted Smash, but we'll come back to that one. We'll go through them. Some of these categories I literally have no idea, so I've just voted randomly, but other ones. But I want to go through it, give you my honest thoughts on these things, and go on and so forth. So we'll start with Action Game, which is the best game in action genre focused. Apex Legends, Astral Chain, Modern Warfare, Devil May Cry 5, Gears 5, and Metro Exodus. I have not played any of these games, so I'm going to give it to Astral Chain, purely on the basis of it being like a brand new IP, and apparently it did really, really well. I don't want to give it to EA because screw that company. I don't want to give it to Activision because screw that company. I hear Devil May Cry is very good, the fifth one. I hear Gears 5 was pretty good, and Metro Exodus is probably quite a slower paced game. I know it is an FPS, but compared to these other ones, it's not fully. There's definitely some downtime in that game. So, yeah, purely basing it off the fact that I think Astral Chain deserves an award in there, but I think most of these, I think it'll probably go to, well, I hope it doesn't go to Call of Duty or Apex Legends, because screw Activision and EA. Devil May Cry 5, Gears 5, I think are probably the ones that are most likely to win it. I'd be pleasantly surprised if Astral Chain did. So, action adventure game, hang on. So how does that make any difference between that and, okay, that's weird. Best action adventure game combining combat with travelling and puzzle solving. As you can see, I vote for Borderlands 3, but you've got Borderlands 3, Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Link's Awakening, and Sekiro. Honestly, I think out of most of these, I think Borderlands 3, which is obviously the one I voted for, it's also the only one I've played on this list, has a very good chance of winning this. Control is surprisingly on this list a lot. I'm surprised because it seems to have quite a mixed reaction. Death Stranding is also on this list a lot. It has a fairly mixed reaction. Resident Evil 2, I think, might win this. I know it's a remake, but I remember watching a ton of people play this game and praise it to the end. Or Sekiro. I don't see Link's Awakening winning this genre. I'll be very this particular category. Sorry, I don't think it will. I think it will probably go to, or the companies I think it should go to are Resident Evil 2 and Sekiro. I think those are the games. I mean, obviously I voted for Borderlands 3, but that's because I've played it, so that's kind of where my bias lies. Art direction. Outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design. Now, Control shouldn't even be on this. Like, it's such a bland looking game. Like, everything I've seen of it. Now, I obviously haven't played it, but I've watched a ton of like videos and people talking about it. It's a very interesting game, but visually it's not that appealing. Death Stranding, yeah, kind of makes sense. I've got a feeling that'll probably win it. Gris, I keep seeing this pop up, but I have absolutely no idea what this is about. Wild Hearts, I've also seen some trailers and stuff like that. That's pretty bonkers. Got Shadows Die Twice, and then Link's Awakening at the end here. I've given it to Link's Awakening because I love the toy aesthetic, but I would be totally fine if Sayonara Wild Hearts or Gris win, because they're smaller studios. I hope that Control doesn't win it. I mean, I'm pretty sure Death Stranding or Sekiro will. But personally, I think giving it to the smaller games would be great. They're both absolutely, I mean, Wild Hearts is a bonkers art style. Gris I keep seeing, but I've not actually seen it. So, audio design. So, in-game audio. Call of Duty, Control, Death Stranding, Gears 5, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro Dies. If this is not given to Resident Evil 2, that is a massive, massive disappointment. Should probably bring up the fact that some people don't think remakes should be on this list, which I completely understand, but as they are, I'm going to vote for, in this case, this game has incredible audio. If you watch the gameplay of it and you see people freaking out because Mr. X is walking around and you're not sure where he is and stuff, amazing. Amazing game. I imagine Gears 5 sounds pretty good. Control I'm not sure about. Call of Duty is very standard. Death Stranding I have no idea. And Sekiro's probably got quite good audio as well. Resident Evil 2 though, my pick. Community support. Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsive. Well, fuck EA, because they're not getting it. Destiny 2's apparently gotten so much better with Bungie. I have no idea about Final Fantasy. No, Fortnite is epic, so that'll probably win it. And then I just stuck it onto Rainbow Six Siege. I know someone who plays it seems to enjoy it, so I wouldn't be surprised if Destiny or Fortnite win this, though. I think those would be the ones that are the most likely to win it. I hope that Apex doesn't win it. Now we got into a bunch of like content creator and esports stuff. I don't know who any of these people are. I think this guy, I'm not sure who this guy is actually, but I don't know any of these people. So I've heard of this guy, Shroud. I don't know what he does. I don't know if he's a good content creator or not. I'm just going to give it to him. That's all I can say on it. No idea about any of these people. Same with the esports coach. Now here's my biggest problem with the Game Awards. There is no StarCraft 2 representation in this at all, in any of the esports categories. So what you can see here is CSGO, League of Legends, League of Legends, League of Legends, Dota 2, CSGO. I've just given it to this guy randomly. I recognise the name SK Telecom T1. I have no further stuff to say on this. I'm just very disappointed that there isn't more StarCraft representation. As you'll see, recognising a singular event, single or multi-days that deliver the best of class experience for participants, in-person fans and broadcast audience. Overwatch League Grand Finals, EVO 2019, which is the one I've gone for, Fortnite World Cup, IEM Katowice, which I think is the one in January or February or March, sometime earlier. They're usually pretty good. League of Legends World Championship, the International. Of course I'm going to pick EVO because, again, I think IEM probably had StarCraft that honest. That's probably the closest it's going to come. However, EVO has all the fighting games, and you know what? I like EVO. EVO's good, so I think that should probably get it. Probably won't get it. It'll probably go to the International or Overwatch, or Fortnite. Esports Game of the Year. Again, I literally... Where's StarCraft 2? There's like StarCraft 2, man. Where is it? So I just voted on Counter-Strike because I didn't want to give it to Dota, I didn't want to give it to League of Legends, I don't want to give it to Fortnite, and I definitely don't want to give it to Overwatch. I think Counter-Strike I've actually watched a bit and I kind of enjoy it in small doses. Dota 2, League of Legends I don't enjoy watching at all. Fortnite I have no interest in, the same with Overwatch. So, yeah. Esports host, the best host or commentator of esports events, both in venue and on broadcast. Irresponsible gaming language. Where's the StarCraft 2 guys? Why do they keep getting shafted? Like, I don't know who any of these people are except for Red Eye because he used to do StarCraft. So, anyone else? Not really sure. So, I've heard of Golden Boy though. I don't know what he does, but yeah, I just kind of went Red Eye and was like, yep, that's somebody I've seen. He'll do. Look how much esports stuff is in it. Esports player. Why isn't like Dark on this list from StarCraft? I went for this young dude who won Fortnite this year. Everyone else, well, we got League of Legends, CS:GO, Overwatch. Don't know who any of you are. Don't care. So that's all I got to say on that. Esports and then esports team again. No, I just went for whoever the Team Liquid. I was like, that'll do. Got Dota, OW, whoever that is, League of Legends, and then CS:GO. You can see that there's definitely a problem here with they're not picking enough categories for esports stuff in general. Like StarCraft 2 is an esports that definitely deserves to be on this list. You know, that's like the original OG esports, and I feel like every year they get this wrong. Family Game of the Year. Basically, if you Nintendo are going to win this award regardless for the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of game. Luigi's Mansion 3, Ring Fit Adventure, Super Mario Maker 2, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Yoshi's Crafted World. It's going to be between these two games. Smash Bros. Ultimate deserves to win every bloody category, and we'll get to that when we get to the Game of the Year that it's in. Super Mario Maker 2 is also one hell of a game. Yoshi's Crafted World I still haven't played. The demo was fantastic. Ring Fit Adventure seems to be generally good. Luigi's Mansion 3 seems pretty good. So I'm happy with any of them. I do hope Smash wins this, though. It deserves to win it. Fighting game for the best designed... Oops. What did I do there? Let's go back. I messed up. Okay, let's go through all the esports. Alright, fighting game. The best game that designed primarily around head-to-head combat. Dead or Alive 6, not played it, heard bad things about it though. Jump Force, forgot about that game completely. Mortal Kombat 11, pretty good. Samurai Showdown, apparently pretty good. And then Smash. I mean, honestly, when it comes to just pure content and pure like love, Smash Bros. Hands down. Mortal Kombat 11 will probably win it. I don't see any of the other three doing it. Samurai Showdown's meant to be quite good, but Smash or Mortal Kombat will win that. Fresh indie game. Recognising a new independent studio that released its first game. Disco Elysium, not played this, apparently very good. Gris, not played it, apparently good. My Friend Pedro, apparently quite fun. Outer Wilds, I've heard lots of good things about. Slay the Spire is a mobile game. I have no interest in playing it. And then I've gone for Goose Game. It's the only one I've played on this list, so, and I liked it. So, alright, game direction. Awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in the game direction design. As you can see, Control and Death Stranding again, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro, Outer Wilds. I've picked Outer Wilds because it's probably not going, like, this is, I've not played it, I don't know much about it, but I'd rather give it to a smaller game than Control, Death Stranding, or Resident Evil 2. I mean, Sekiro probably deserves it as well, but like, creative vision and innovation in game. I mean, let's be honest, Death Stranding's going to win it. If Death Stranding wins Game of the Year here, I'm very disappointed in the Game Awards. It's going to pick up a lot of stuff, Death Stranding, because unfortunately Jeff Keighley is very chummy with Kojima, and I feel like we're going to see that. So I'm hoping that he isn't involved in that process, but we shall see. Games for Impact, for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. Concrete Genie, Gris, Kind Words, Life is Strange 2, Sea of Solitude. Not played any of these, but I have watched a chunk of gameplay from Life is Strange 2. It's pretty good. It's definitely going to get my my pick. I don't know about any of the others. They might be better at delivering the message they're trying to get across. So, but a cool category nonetheless. Independent game, for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional published system. Barbara As You looks fun, and didn't play it. Disco Elysium, I keep hearing good things about it. Katana Zero looked fun, didn't play it. Outer Wilds, apparently hearing good things about that. And then Untitled Goose Game, this blew up the internet, so, you know, it's getting my vote in both categories it's in. Mobile game, don't really give a toss. We've got Call of Duty Mobile, Grindstone, Sayonara Wild Hearts, Sky, Children of the Light, What the Golf. I've given it to Wild Hearts basically because I've seen a bit of gameplay and I know it's a crazy game. So, sod it, they can have my vote, and no more reason than that. Multiplayer game. Outstanding online multiplayer game and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experience, irrespective of game genre platform. Apex Legends, Borderlands 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Tetris 99, Tom Clancy Division. Well, screw the Division, not interested. Screw Modern Warfare, not interested. Screw Apex Legends. So I literally had a choice of two, Borderlands 3 or Tetris 99. I still have not played Tetris 99, but it is free, and I have played Borderlands 3. However, I'm going to give it to Tetris 99 because, unlike Borderlands, it didn't mess up on launch. It was ready to go. It was a cool idea having a Battle Royale Tetris game. And, you know what? I think it deserves to win out over Borderlands 3, even though I played this game and loved it. So, that's kind of where my head at. Narrative, for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. A Plague Tale, Innocence, Control, Death Stranding, Disco Elysium, and The Outer Worlds. I've heard this game is a bit janky, but tells a really good story. Control is meh. Death Stranding probably has a good story. Disco Elysium I've given it to, even though it's only because recently I've seen so much of this pop up. However, Outer Worlds, I actually have seen gameplay of and it seems pretty good. So that one should probably get an award there as well. Ongoing game. Awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience. Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy, Fortnite, Rainbow Six. Pretty much all the same stuff as earlier. I've given it to Rainbow Six because I don't play any of these games and I don't care to play any of these games. Hopefully Destiny or Rainbow Six win it. Maybe Final Fantasy, as long as it's not Apex or Fortnite. Performance, awarded to an individual for voice over acting, motion and or performance capture. Ashley Birch, Courtney Hope, Laura Bailey, Mads Mikkelsen, Matthew, I'm not going to pronounce his last name, and Norman Reedus. I've given it to this guy because he's in Control, and I've seen him in some of the cutscenes. He's crazy. Who else have we got? She's for the voice for Outer Worlds, for one of the main characters. We've got her for the main character of Control. We've got her for Gears 5. Old Mads for Cliff, and Norman Reedus for both of them in Death Stranding. I haven't played any of these games, but I have seen gameplay with this dude in it, so he's going to get my vote this year. Role-playing game, for the best game designed with rich player character customization and progression, including massively multiplayer experiences. Disco Elysium, Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts 3, Monster Hunter Iceborne, Outer Worlds. Probably should go to Outer Worlds, because that game's done really well. Disco Elysium, cool. I've given it to Kingdom Hearts 3 because bless that game, like, even though a lot of people maybe said it wasn't the best Kingdom Hearts. It was a bit of a disappointment. Still looked nice, still played well. I didn't actually play it, but I did sit and watch the entire game, so I'm giving it to that. Score and music. There is, let's just say there is one game that is missing from this list that I'm very disappointed about. Score and music. For outstanding music, inclusive of score, original song, and or licensed soundtrack. Cadence of Hyrule, Death Stranding, Devil May Cry 5, Kingdom Hearts 3, Sayonara Wild Hearts. All of these games probably have great soundtracks. I think this is quite metal, Devil May Cry 5. Death Stranding, I have no idea. Kingdom Hearts 3 does have a good soundtrack. Sayonara Wild Hearts is all around music. I've given it to Cadence of Hyrule because that game has a fantastic soundtrack. It's the one I've actually gone and listened to. There is a glaring omission though from this category. Where the hell is Smash? Smash Ultimate has one of the best soundtracks because it has so much music in it. So that was very disappointing not to see that on this list. But there we go. Sports racing game. For the best traditional and non-traditional sports and racing game. Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel, Dirt Rally 2.0, Evolution Football, F2 2019, F1 2019 and FIFA. Well, fuck FIFA, that's not winning anything. If this wins something, I'll be very disappointed. Not played F1, I've not actually played any of these games. I don't even really want to give it to Crash Team Racing, but because screw Activision. But it's getting my vote because it's colourful, it's different, and that it's not trying to be realistic like these other games. So, best game focused on a real-time or turn-based strategy gameplay, irrespective of platform. Age of Wonders, Planetfall, Anno 1800, Fire Emblem Three Houses, Total War, Three Kingdoms, Tropico 6, and Wargroove. Wargroove is the only game I've played on this list. It's like Advance Wars. So it gets, and I love Advance Wars, so it gets my vote. However, I would be totally fine if Fire Emblem wins it. I'd be totally fine if actually most of these win it, except for maybe Total War Three Kingdoms, because I'm not a big fan of those games. Paradox, Age of Wonders, Planetfall. I mean, I need to play this. I don't know if it's good. It looked good, but yeah, Fire Emblem will probably win it, to be honest. Excuse me. VR AR game. Best game experience, playable in virtual augmented reality, respective of platform. Asgard's Wrath, Blood and Truth, Beat Saber, No Man's Sky, Trover Saves the Universe. I've not played any of these. The game I've heard the most about is Beat Saber. Apparently it's very good, so I'm giving it to that. Now, scroll out. Game of the Year. Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro, Smash, Outer Worlds. Sorry to the Outer Worlds, I just don't see this winning this category at all. So I think that's kind of like, no. The other games, however, I think Resident Evil 2, regardless of it being a remake, and as a viewer experience as well, watching other people play it, was fantastic. Definitely should be in this category. Sekiro, not everyone's cup of tea, but apparently was a very good game. Probably deserves to be here. Control, I'm not sure. I think this game was too mixed, and probably doesn't deserve to be here. Death Stranding probably doesn't deserve to be here either, because again it was super mixed on it. But as long as I will be happy if anybody wins this, except for Death Stranding and Control. Control has some cool ideas, but I think it's a little bit bland, that game. I mean, again, just to make sure you're aware, I have not played it, but I have watched a ton of gameplay on it, and I was like, there's some cool ideas here, but it's not the most interesting game in my opinion. More of the story and stuff is than the gameplay. Death Stranding is the same. Apparently the story's really good. The gameplay is horrendous in the first, beginning of the game. Excuse me. Sekiro is not my cup of tea at all, but hey, you know what? It's a hard game in the style of the other games From Software do. Obviously, I've gone for Smash Bros. Ultimate. It is my favourite game of all time. It obviously missed out on last year's because it was too late to be released. I really want this game to win. And the reason I want it to win is because of just how much work Sakurai and his team at Bandai Namco, and probably dudes at Nintendo, have worked on this game consistently throughout the year. We not only get a fantastic game, we get more love and passion from these guys when it comes to the DLC. We're getting insane amount of detail every time new stuff comes out. We're getting regular updates. It's just a different work ethic, and I'm not to say that other games don't do that, but that man is an absolute legend, and he continues to work on this game. Probably puts his own health at risk. Smash Bros. Ultimate deserves to win. That game has sold 16 million copies. It's won 7 awards at the Japan Awards and stuff. I really, really hope that it wins this year. Would I be disappointed with any other winners? Yes. I think if Control and Death Stranding win, you know, that sucks. Outer Worlds, Sekiro and Resident Evil 2 get it, I'll actually be okay with that. Like, I just don't think these games are deserving of, like, this definitely is. This one I haven't seen enough of, but I know it's a popular choice. I mean, this game people love because it's a good Fallout, basically. Well, even if it's not just Fallout, but it's the kind of RPG people wanted in that kind of style. So these 4 games, totally cool with. These 2 at the beginning, I just hope they don't win it. If Death Stranding win it, it's kind of going to be, everyone's going to be like, oh, very biased. And I think, I've got a feeling it won't win Game of the Year. So, but it's going to win other stuff. But there you go, there's my thoughts on the Game Awards. It's not long now, it's only a few weeks away. What are your thoughts? Comment down below. Thank you for watching anyway. If you want to see more content like this, obviously like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. The links for Twitter and Facebook are down there if you want to follow us on there as well. And until next video, I'll see you then.